Zach and Fatima are engaged. Heather Jennings' baby is Zach's baby. And Karen is out the hospital, but not out of the woods yet. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis, Erica Vane, coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Zatima video. And in this video, I wanted to ask the question. I just wanted to pose a question now. Don't come for your good sis, right? We are going to have a really dope conversation on this video, and I cannot wait to hear all sides. So drop your comments, your theories in the comment section down below. And the question is Zach ruining Fatima'S life? Dun, dun, dun. No, for real. I just wanted to have this conversation. We do this on this channel, right? We get down to the nitty gritty. We saw the season finale of Zatima last week, and though we're not getting new episodes, we still have so much to talk about, and this is one of the things that I really wanted to get into. We had some really dope conversations over the course of this season on Twitter Spaces as well as on lives right here, especially now that Sisters is back and premiering new episodes every single Wednesday. And I really just kind of wanted to expand some of the stuff that was being mentioned and like dive deeper in a separate video. So you'll get new Zatima videos every day this week as I continue to talk about various hot topics that are coming up in the whole Sisters universe, specifically with our favorite couple, our favorite problematic couple at times, right? But is Zach ruining Fatima'S life? Now, on the outside looking in, y'all, Fatima has seemingly created a new person when it comes to who she shows up as in this relationship with Zach. And if I'm honest, she's not actually a new person. We actually just get to see so much more of her. When we first met Fatima early on in the Sisters universe, she was simply just Andy's assistant. She was Andy's assistant who was the ride-or-die chick who was very mysterious, only really spoke when spoken to, didn't really do too much, and seemed very well put together, right? Cool. She held Andy down in a lot of ways, and we got to talk about the Andy and Fatima friendship. That's gonna have to be for another video, y'all, because sometimes Andy be leaving a lot to be desired, right? And Fatima is definitely in the need category for new friends after we saw season 1. But we're here talking about her and Zach. Now, things start to get a little bit interesting when she runs into Zach literally on the way to a Chain Breakers meeting, and then the two future lovers make their acquaintances, and things are like never really the same. And it's from this moment that we see Fatima one, be remorseful for hitting him off of his bike, and see potential in him and want to invest in him and support him. And they basically move very, very quickly. I feel like they weren't ever really in the friends phase. They really were interested in each other sexually, pretty much from the jump. But they, moved at an interesting pace as Zach was still trying to navigate what was going on with him and his relationship with Karen. And then he decides to be all in, convinces her to be all in. And it takes a while because she has guards up, walls up, all of that good stuff. And we get to know a little bit about her, a little bit about Ian and what happened. But all the while, she is still ride or dying for Andy. You know how she had to pull that gun out on Jasmin and her little homegirls in that parking garage? Yeah. But what I'm saying is she shows up for Zach. She allows Zach to move in, basically. She is cooking for him. She is supporting him. And while he is navigating the treacherous waters of like not wanting to depend on a new woman and realizing all of what comes with Fatima and how much of a blessing this is and how lucky he is to have gone from a woman like Karen, who was supporting him, to a woman like Fatima, who is now supporting him, but also supporting him in another way. Fatima found a way to support him, at least early on in there. Or actually now, she's still doing that now. She found a way to support him without bruising his male ego, which to me with Zach is very easily bruised. And I think because of the way that Zach was introduced and Fatima was able to step in and support him, just by, giving him a place to stay and them being able to love upon one another, because they was doing that quite a lot. It didn't seem like it's too much. But then as we progress and get to the point where they're moved in together and pursuing their life together and then becoming engaged in Zatima, we have seen Fatima do quite a bit in the name of love, or specifically in the name of this relationship. She is 100% on top of the whole Heather Jennings thing. She's the reason why we actually have, by the end of season 1, a result for the DNA test of Zach actually being the father, because she orchestrates for Heather to bring the baby over to the house, and then when Heather starts to refuse to allow her child to be swabbed before Zach cuts a check, Fatima's already cooking in the kitchen and gets the swab without anybody noticing. And this is all after she goes up to the girl's job, bangs her head into the mirror, and lets her know that she's not playing with her. Fatima also has to pull out her blicky and she decides to shoot at her homegirl who was trying to climb Zach like a tree and get into them pants. And none of this I'm saying at all is Zach's fault per se. However, what I do want to note is that the circumstances and the drama, the subsequent drama that comes with the circumstances that have come with Zachary, have put Fatima in the headspace to make certain rash, violent, interesting decisions. Throughout the progression of their relationship on Sisters, we got to see her get really, really violent and dangerous with Hayden in a way to try to protect Zach. Hayden saw Zach as basically a bullseye and was coming after him, and Fatima has gone out of her way by way of basically fricasseeing this boy on his car, leaving him butt naked and afraid in the parking garage after being beaten, going to his house and busting up all his stuff, including his granny's ashes, all in the name of him not coming for Zach, not compromising Zach, not being responsible, or not continuing to pursue things after he has Zach arrested and some other things, right? So again, I'm not specifically saying that Zach made her do all this stuff. However, the circumstances presented themselves when Zach presented himself. And then from those circumstances, Fatima as a person made a few decisions. And with her progressive aggression and violence, and now what we have seen in Zatima with her, you know, interesting mental state as she was processing, confronting Ian and the hurt that came within that relationship, as well as some of the decisions that she seemingly regrets, such as her abortion, it seems like she's in a space of almost no return and almost like approaching rock bottom at the end of Zatima season 1. So yes, they are engaged. Yes, they are living together. However, a few episodes before the finale, Zach was twerking with Deja, and then he moves her in next door. And like, all of these things have been subsequently happening to Fatima over the course of the 6 to 8 weeks that they've actually been together. And it's a lot. So again, I start to ask the question, is Zach ruining Fatima's life? And this will be a perfect time, after I explained all I just explained, for you to let me know, yes or no. Do you think that he is or is not ruining her life? I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to drop down and let me know your thoughts. And while you're at it, go ahead and like this video. Okay, you finished? Cool. What I will say is that no, I don't think that Zach is ruining Fatima's life. He has brought additional drama into her seemingly peaceful, well put together life. However, he's also brought a bunch of joy and love and laughter. I think that the person that we see Fatima be in this relationship is who she has always been. So whether she falls in love with Zach, or she fell back in love with Ian, or she fell for some random guy, Joe Schmo, and we were actually able to follow that journey, I think we would see similar things if she was presented with similar circumstances. Fatima is a ride or die through and through. And once she's in, she's in. And that is something that is just absolutely within her. Similar to how Karen moves. Like, they're loyal to a fault and emotional and aggressive when need be, and they just want to get the job done, and we can't really fault her for that. I don't think that Fatima's life is ruined. However, I do think that we are, again, at the end of season 1 of Zatima, seeing her start to approach rock bottom mentally. I think discovering that Heather Jennings' baby really is Zach's baby was a very, very hard blow, harder than even Karen being pregnant, harder than Belinda and all of what actually happened by way of her trying to ride Zach one more time. I definitely think that she wasn't anticipating that Heather Jennings' baby was actually Zach's baby, and this part really, really hurt her. All right, y'all, those are my thoughts on the question, is Zach ruining Fatima'S life? Again, if you haven't already, please let me know what your thoughts are on the matter in the comment section down below. Shout out to our good sis Fatima. I'm praying that in season 2 we get to see a little bit less drama, a little bit less fighting, a little bit more peace, as she deserves it. I think it's time for Zach to step up and take accountability and ownership and take action in a lot of the circumstances that creates the drama that is a part of his life. I appreciate Fatima loving him through a ton of things and wanting to fix things for him. But Zach is supposed to be a businessman now. He's a millionaire and he got his shit together, or is getting it together. And part of that includes taking ownership and actions for thyself. It's your good sis, She Let Her Talk TV with. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. And if you're new here and this is your first video, hit the subscribe button and then go check out the channel. I have tons and tons and tons of sisters and Zatima videos, so you can go ahead and catch up. And then you're always free to share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll see you in the next one.